Hello student, myself Digan Sakhiwala, I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 4, carbon and its compound. Dear student, today we are going to learn some important organic compound like ethanol, ethanoic acid, that is called acetic acid, as well as we are going to learn about the different other compounds. So one by one we will start. Dear student, here I will say the true name of all the compound, means one is common name and other is IUPAC name. Okay, so be careful. Some important carbon compound, ethanol. It is colorless liquid soluble in water, has a distinct smell and burning taste. Okay, so dear student, we are going to learn about the ethanol. Ethanol common name is ethyl alcohol. Okay, and it is a colorless liquid soluble in water, has a distinct smell and the burning taste. Okay, so in some drinks, in that they are added in the small amount. Okay, its consumption in the small quantities cause the drunkenness and can be lethal. So if we consume the alcohol in the more amount, then it result into the drunkenness and it will be a lethal. It is deadly for the body. Okay, so those who are drinking the alcohol, they should drink in the small quantity or limited. Second thing is that so many places the alcohol is available, that is not the ethanol, that alcohol is methanol. So many times in news you read that people are died to drink the alcohol. That alcohol is not ethanol, it is a methanol. It is called ghatta, okay, in Hindi. So try to avoid that type of drink. Okay, reaction with the sodium. 2 mole of sodium plus 2 mole of ethanol gives 2 mole of sodium ethoxide plus hydrogen gas. Okay, so dear student, we already discussed here that ethanol is also called the ethyl alcohol. Okay, so we try to understand here reaction. 2 mole of sodium. Now this sodium replaces the hydrogen here. This hydrogen is active and this hydrogen is replaced by the sodium. Okay, so we get here 2 mole of C2H5ONa and this hydrogen make the hydrogen gas here. Now whenever, dear student, whenever we want to give the name this compound, then we will start from the back side is sodium, this is ethane and oxygen, so sodium ethoxide. The name of this compound is what? Sodium ethoxide. Reaction with the concentrated H2SO4. Okay, so when ethanol react with the concentrated H2SO4, then at 443 Kelvin temperature it makes ethene, CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2O. Now what happened here? We are writing here C2H5OH in the different way. We are writing in the CH3 CH2OH and H and OH I represent like that. Now when these reactions are carried out in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid is dehydrating agent. Dehydrating agent at 443 Kelvin temperature. So what happened? It remove the water molecule. So it take the OH group from the carbon, this carbon, and it take the hydrogen from this carbon, and these electrons are overlap here. Okay, so because these electrons are overlap here, we get double bond here, CH2 double bond CH2, and this H and OH make the H2O. So ethanol when react in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid 443 Kelvin temperature, it remove the H and OH from the two carbon atom and H2O is removed, and whatever electrons are there they will situate here and it make the double bond, so we get CH2 double bond CH2 plus H2O. Concentrated sulfuric acid is a dehydrating agent which remove the water from the ethanol. Okay, so concentrated sulfuric acid is a dehydrating agent. Dear student, when I was in the 12th standard, at that time one incident occurred. So many girls take sulfuric acid in the group, they make the group, and by mistake the sulfuric acid bottle was dropped down. Okay, it was concentrate. You surprised to know that all the girls' bones were visible. So it is a very strong acid, very concentrated acid and very dangerous acid. Okay, so it removed the water molecule here. So that girls, all the skins were burned because it is what? Dehydrating agent. Ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid, or it is also called the acetic acid. Okay, it belongs to the group of acid called carboxylic acid. So ethanoic acid in that COOH group is present, so they are also called the carboxylic acid group. Okay, 5 to 8% solution of acetic acid in water is called the vinegar and is widely used as a preservative in pickles. So we know that we like to eat Manchurian, in that vinegar is also used. So how vinegar can prepare 5 to 8% solution of acetic acid in water is called the vinegar, and widely used as a preservative in the pickles. Dear student, acetic acid you can also represent like that, HAC, and AC on that you have to make the one line. Okay. The melting point of pure ethanoic acid is 290 Kelvin. So melting point of the ethanoic acid or acetic acid is 290 Kelvin, and hence it often freezes during the winter in cold climates. This give rise to its name glacial acetic acid. So dear student, you have to remember all the melting point and boiling point in the Kelvin scale in chemistry. Okay, suppose you convert 290 Kelvin into the Celsius, then it is how much Celsius? It is 15 degrees Celsius. So temperature is decreased, it freezes, and because of that reason the name is given glacial acetic acid. Dear student, most important reaction is the esterification reaction. Okay, so esterification reaction in that acid and alcohol, okay, organic acid and alcohol react in the presence of acid and we get ester. COO group is called the ester plus water. Esterification reaction, ethanoic acid plus alcohol, 1 mole of alcohol react in the presence of sulfuric acid, or this H plus indicate that any acid, okay, gives 1 mole of ethyl acetate plus H2O. Now dear student, we will learn two names of all the compound. Ethanoic acid is also called acetic acid, and ethanol we will use here absolute alcohol, means pure alcohol. Ethanol is also called ethyl alcohol. When in the presence of sulfuric acid is a strong dehydrating agent, so it take the OH from the carboxylic acid and H from the ethanol and remove the water molecule, and this combines Ca3CO OC2H5. Okay, now name we will give from the back side ethyl, and here 2 carbon is present and COO group is present, so we will add the suffix oat. So ethyl 2 carbon ethanoic. Okay, other name we can say that ethyl, this 2 carbon is also called the acetate, so ethyl acetate. So it has two name, IUPAC name is ethyl ethanoate and the common name is ethyl acetate, plus water molecule is removed because of what? Strong sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid. Esters are sweet smelling substance. These are used in making the perfume and as a flavoring agent. It is a very sweet smelling substance, so they are used in the making perfume and in the flavoring agent. Dear students, saponification reaction is the opposite reaction of esterification reaction. Ester react in the presence of an acid or base to give back alcohol and carboxylic acid. This reaction is known as saponification reaction because it is used in the preparation of soaps. So opposite of the esterification reaction, we can say that it is a saponification reaction and it is used to make the soaps. So here ethyl acetate in presence of sodium hydroxide, it give back acetic acid and ethanol. Okay, here already we discussed this reaction up. Dear student, esterification reaction means we will it is not compulsory that we take ethanoic acid. We can also take the formic acid or methanoic acid, or instead of ethanol we can also take the methanol. It is just example. You can take the number of reaction like methanol, ethanol, propanol, butanol, pentanol, or different acid are there like methanoic acid, ethanoic acid, propanoic acid. So you get a different type of products here. Same way in the saponification reaction also you can take the number of compound and you get the number of product. Reaction with base, acetic acid plus NaOH, okay, gives Ca3COONA plus H2O. So when acetic acid is also called ethanoic acid plus sodium hydroxide when react, then and water molecule is removed, so we get Ca3COONA, that is called sodium ethanoate, or it is also called the sodium acetate. Okay, we will give the name from the back side. Sodium 2 carbon atoms, so ethane COO group is present, so we have to add the suffix oate, sodium ethanoate or sodium acetate. Okay, it has two names. Same way acetic acid is also called ethanoic acid and this sodium hydroxide. So by this reaction here we get sodium ethanoate. reaction with carbonates and hydrogen carbonates. 2 mole of acetic acid plus sodium carbonate give 2 mole of sodium acetate plus H2O plus CO2. Okay, so dear student, what happened here? When the 2 mole of acetic acid react with Na2CO3, it is called sodium carbonate or washing soda. When it react with the acetic acid, then we get Ca3COONA, sodium again acetate or sodium ethanoic plus H2O plus CO2 gas is produced. Same way, when the acetic acid react with the sodium bicarbonate, acetic acid is also called the ethanoic acid. Then by this reaction we get the sodium acetate or sodium ethanoic plus H2O plus CO2 obtained. Okay, so dear student, there are so many type of reactions are possible. In my most of the chemistry videos, I am saying 2 times 3 times that you have to read and write 3 to 4 times at least. Okay, then and then you are able to understand or you are able to write the reaction. So today, dear student, we learn about some important carbon compound in that ethanol, reaction with sodium, reaction with concentrated sulfuric acid, ethanoic acid, esterification reaction. In that the names are given from the back. Saponification reaction is the opposite reaction of esterification reaction, reaction with the base, reaction with carbonate and hydrogen carbonate. Okay, so this is all about the today's session. Thank you so much.